Yeah, we are on YouTube. So let's start. Good evening, YouTube. We are here for another English immersion. My name is Warley, and the topic for today is a new year context. So we are going to talk a little bit about the new year and all these contexts, okay? So before to start, actually, I would like to explain a little bit about Talk and Talk. It's about this platform and about this kind of immersion. So you that are watching us on YouTube can understand how this works. So Talk and Talk in general way is a conversation platform for all levels. It doesn't matter specifically your level of English or of language. The main idea here is to practice the language and develop your fluency and your confidence as an English speaker here. Um, we don't focus on corrections. We focus a lot on conversations and practice the language. Besides English, we have other language like Spanish, French, Italian, German. I believe you are gonna have this year and Chinese as well. And you can see all of that on Talk and Talk website. Okay. So with that in mind, I think we can go to the introductions and after that with the questions. So Jesse, can you please introduce yourself for us?
Sure. Good evening, guys. My name is José. I'm 24 years old. I live in south of Brazil. I work as a data engineer. In my free time, I like read some books, watch some movie series, go to the gym, and now I'm starting run too.
Amazing, amazing. And how about you, Johnson? Can you introduce yourself for us?
Good evening, guys. I'm Jones. You can call me Gamma. It's easy. I'm from northeast east of Brazil. I'm from Sergipe. I'm 27 years old. Um, I live here since I was born. And at much time, sometimes I like to go to the beach with friends. Sometimes, yeah, most sometimes with friends. I like to ride a bike, jogging, go to the gym, work out. Sometimes I hike in the mountains. I play guitar. I play guitar, and I read books. I like to read books. Today I'm not reading any one book now, but not already I am reading a book, but I stopped to do it. But I started it again. Uh, yeah, I like to watch movies, and yeah, I think that's it a little about me.
Nice, nice. So about me, my name is Warley. I'm 25. I live in Recife, Pernambuco, and I work with IT as a front-end developer. I'm also a English host here on the Talk and Talk. I have started here on 2022 as a Spanish host, and nowadays I'm focused on English. I like to run a lot. My goal this year is to achieve 10 kilometers running. It's a little bit difficult because when I achieve 5 kilometers right now, I'm tired a lot. So it's complicated, but I will try to achieve that. I like to do outside activities as well. I like to study about language. I like to learn language actually, and I like to learn about neuroscience and human behavior as well. And yeah, I think that's all about me, guys. So let's start with the question number one. What did you learn the most in the past year? I'll start with you, Gama. What do you think?
I could say that to have my goals clear, the rather have, and the one other thing I could say that I should started study English earlier. I think it's something that I started. I think that I when I was 18, 19, I think so. But I always did it without a goal. I just started like a hobby or something like this with friends, and I never take it how something that could be good for me in the future. So I did it. I studied it when I was a teenager, but less than I could. I think so. If I have the thoughts that I had today, I think I could do it different. Yeah, I think so.
And when did you start to study English with a goal or in a consistent way, in a general way on your year?
I think 1.5 year. I think so. But like a hobby or something like this, in my teenager, 18, 19, I was doing it a lot of time. So I think if I had to do it hard since that, I think I will have I could do I could have a good level in English fluency or something like this. I think so. But I didn't see it like something that could be good of my future. Oh, how can I use it in my future? I just see, I it's something that I learned when I was a kid because I think it was good just because it
Yeah, and when did you start to focus on conversation, for example? Since you are 18, for example, or the last year, or when you uh, enter on Talk and Talk, for example, when did you start it?
I started the 2022, I think so, a half of the year, I think so. June, July, I think so. I started with her teacher.
Hmm.
She was, and she and me, I paid with her for talking. And I had a base, but I couldn't talk too much in English. So I think that I needed to talk. I when I was before I studied a lot about the rules of the language in the writing and reading, but I didn't talk it a lot. So I think I have 1.5. I think that I every week I talk with someone in English more than 3 times, I think so, a week. In the constantly, always that I do it. So it improved a lot. Talking how I'm talking now with you.
Nice, nice. Um, Actually, that's nice because I feel a lot of points that you said about English on this way, but I will comment after Jesse. So let me know about you, Jesse, about this question number one.
Okay, in my case, I learn a lot about consistency because, like Gama, I study English last year every day, not only conversation, but writing, listening, and this is a habit for me. Like I can to do that every day now, more easier than the last year. And not only English, I studied every day technology, and I improve a lot my skills in the last year. So I think this improve a lot my career. Not in my job, but I think I learn a lot. I think I gain like 3 years because the consistency, if you do a little every day, you can improve very fast. And you have something like language or programming skills, you can't learn this in a week or a month. You need to do that every day per year or two 2 years for improve that skills, you know. So I think the consistency is the key for the success in these activities.
Yeah, exactly that. I think the same, and I felt the same actually on all the points that you both said. I have I have started to focus on English last year on March of the last year, and I have started to focus on conversation as well here on Talk and Talk. I think 2 months later in May, maybe I have started um, to focus on English as a host here, and all these months that I have studied English in this active way here on Talk and Talk, focus on conversation and focus on studying English in a constant way, I had an improvement so much better compared to the other years that I have studied English, you know. So I have studied English for a long time ago as well. I was focused on grammar, vocabulary, and all this stuff, and learn English in a passive way. And the last year I focused on studying English in an active way. So these months helped me a lot to improve my English. And I think the point of to have patience and to have consistency, it's the most important thing for me. It was the most important thing for me on English, and it helped me a lot to improve my skills, you know. So it's amazing because in the beginning of the last year, I couldn't speak in English. You know, I had a lot of vocabulary and I have knowledge in English, but I couldn't speak. So it's unbelievable that you have studied English for a lot of years and you can speak anything or almost anything. You know, so I think the most important thing that I learned on the last in the last year is related to have patience and to be consistent on this point. And yeah, as Jessica said, it's not just related to learn English or learn a language, you know, it's related to anything that you can learn. So if it's related to programming or something else, you can do that in a long term with consistency and doing this every day or every week or something like that. So yeah, it's so important. I pretty agree with you all. So, let's go to the question number two. If you could describe last year in one word or one phrase, I don't know, what would it be and why? Let me know, Jessa.
Well, in my case, the first one is about consistency, but the second word is about change because my life changed a lot in the last year because we have had here in south of Brazil a flood storm, and I needed to change my house, and I changed my job, the same company, but I changed my tasks like this. Yeah. Before my focus was in more in BI and something like that, and now I am a data engineer. Uh, and I think I changed my focus in study too, because before I have a startup, and the last year we stopped the company for focus only in our formal job. I have uh, a partner in this company, and I think is about that. I start running too, and I have a lot of difficulty. My goal is 10 kilometers this year too, and for me is a challenge because I can only run 2 or 3 kilometers now. So I need to improve a lot this ability.
Amazing, amazing. You said a point related to your job, for example, and it's funny for me because in my head, I think that BI and this kind of thing is the same of data engineer or something like that, you know. It's something like data is all the same for me because I don't know the context related to that. So can you explain a little bit the difference between that?
Yeah, sure. Is really different. BI is like the point of the iceberg. You know, you just take the data, and the data is cleaning. The data is like ready for use. You need only build the dashboards and show these dashboards for the manager, and build some reports, something like that. And when you are a data engineer, you need to build pipelines, you need to code in for extract data from the data sources like ERP, something like that. Now I'm building application for receive some files. So it's like more similar of software engineering, you know.
So that's amazing. So BI is related to it's kind of the end of the process that you have the
Perfect.
data in a interesting way and you can just analyze that and you can build the dashboards and the data engineer is related to the beginning of the process, related to extract the data and I don't know how to say treat the data or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
That's amazing. That's amazing.
exactly.
I had some classes on my university related to data, and that's nice. That's a nice area. I believe. I don't know if I would like to work with that. I think I don't have the abilities or the skills on related to data and something like that. Maybe in my head it's related to a lot of statistics and a lot of mathematics related to that and I work with IT, but I don't like so much statistics and all these things, you know. So, but that's amazing. That's amazing. It's a interesting area. And let me know about you, Gam. What you think about this question number two?
I think last year was a good year for me. I think I didn't have lots of things of my life last year. I think that I up to dated about a lot of things. Most I worked a lot in a lot of projects. Like both you, I work with IT too. In the but in last year, I discovered that I like to study about finance. Also, I like to study about finance, and I think it's a good content that I like to study. And the I think it's a good way also. So last because of that, I last year I started a channel on YouTube to talk about finance, investments, whatever. I posted three videos until now because it's not so far, so it's produce videos and edit and whatever. But my goal this year is almost to publish two videos per week. It's not so easy to do it. Yeah, and I think I discovered that there are a new area that I like. I also like to study. Identity is not just technology; it's finance. I like it to learn about it.
Amazing. The financial area, I think it's a interesting area as well. I don't have a lot of knowledge related to that, but I like to study a little bit about to have a budget, to focus on investments, and maybe learn how to deal with your money. And it's a so important skill that everyone needs to have, you know, in my opinion. I believe that children on high school or maybe before need to have this kind of content on their regular study. And for me, So important skill that you need to have for life, for live, for deal, and to have to be a adult. It's a interesting point, you know. It's a the other point that you said related to have a channel and post video and all of that. I admire a lot people that create content because it's so difficult to do that, you know. It's a lot of things to do, create a video, edit a video, and do the script to follow and something like that. It's pretty complicated. Now, even if you create content on text or something like that, just writing, for example, it's difficult. And when you do that on video, it's uh, more hard to do that, you know, so it's harder. So I admire a lot, and it's a lot of problems and a lot of uh, it's a lot of uh, it's a lot of I forgot the word. It's a lot of things to do, so it's difficult to do that. So yeah, that's amazing. In my case, I think I have a lot of words to explain my year, my last year. I think I can say the constance word, adaptative word as well. And I think improvement, it's also a good one. I believe related to English, for example, I had improved a lot my English skills and other things as well. I have learned a lot of other areas and a lot of other things and about health and about uh, neuroscience and all of things. So I think improvements are a good one, and I think it's important to focus on that all the years. You know, it's important to keep learning, not just related to language, but related to other skills as well. So it's important on your job, on your life, and for everything. It's pretty important. So let's go to the question number three now. Is there anything you wish you had done differently, and what is it? What do you think, Gum? Let me know.
Constancy, I think so, to post videos on YouTube, like I said previously, because it's not so easy. Uh, it's, for example, I am trying to do at least 10 minutes of the video, but it takes me more than sometimes 30 minutes preparing the video and whatever. I recorded I recorded a video that I wanted to post it the last year when I went edited it, the audio stopped in the middle of the video. And I think Jesus. uh another time I was recording another video, and the when I seen the screen was not recorded. And there are a lot of problems that happened, and it's me that the do all. It's sometimes not so easy because I work in house. I also work in the so all that it need to do. It's need time, and the sometimes it's hard uh, because of the work of some projects and family or whatever. Sometimes it's not so easy to have time to do the things, and the most time, the best way sometimes we paid someone to do it for me and whatever. But today I didn't do it. But I have an objective with me that when the channel, the first money that the channel give to me, I will pay someone who do everything that I can. I will do. I will not take it to me just for the people editing and do whatever for me to have time. Yeah, just it.
Yeah, I pretty understand you, and it's hard to fit your work and your job with these kind of things, right? So I I have a lot of problems to fit my job with other things and with English, for example, and to I don't know. house chores and stuff like that, and it's pretty difficult to deal with a lot of things like that. But related to the point that this kind of knowledge about financial, for example, did you learn about that by yourself or maybe on your school or something like that?
Mm, by myself, most. I didn't do any courses until now about finances, but I wanted to take a certification called the CPA 10. This the basic, and the after it, I think that I will take the CPA 20. That is two certification that about finance, because it's an area that I liked a lot. Last year I've learned a lot, and I think it's good. No, in the not so good. I think it's crucial for people to understand about money and the how no just this money just it, but how it all of it works and why it works and whatever. I think it's important for people. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. And what about you, Jesse? Let me know.
Well, in my case, I want travel abroad, but it's really expensive, so that's a challenge. But I think I know a lot of how can I say entrepreneur, and for me that I consider successful people and how they traveled abroad. So in I think it is like a key of success. So I need to do that in the I don't know if this year or the next year, but I think if I can to do more as soon as possible. And another thing is I started my studying for take cloud certification in November, and I get only one certification in the last year, and if I uh, was starting before now, I can have more certification. So I think this is the one thing that I can I how can I say can in the past tense?
Cool.
Could. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was one thing that I could to do different.
Yeah, I really understand you. So it's a nice thing to go abroad, for example, but nowadays it's really complicated with the dollar. It's so expensive. Even go to Argentina, for example, that was a nice trip to do as a Brazilian. It's complicated right now. So yeah, I think we don't have so many options, cheap options to do that, but it's nice. It's really nice. Um, in my case, I think I wish to do the focus that I had last year before on English. I think it's a thing that I wish to had done differently. I believe maybe start before to do that and do things in a more active way. Is not just related to English. I think it's pretty important in a lot of things, not just study things in a passive way, focus on practice that and do that in your real life, implement that. I think it's pretty important. So maybe it's a thing that I wish to do differently on the last year, and I believe that I can do that this year better, and I don't know, maybe focus more on reading, for example. I like a lot to do that. I know that's really important to do as well, but last year I didn't read any. book, and it's complicated to think about it, and it's important as well. So I hope that I can do that this year better as well. So yeah, I think it's related to that for me.
Today you
Yeah,
work for a Brazilian company,
yeah,
or yeah, you want to improve your English, forget an international job. Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
earn 10K dollars per month, and
Exactly that. I think it's the wish that all of us that are working with
yeah.
IT in Brazil, and we have some knowledge on English in English. So it's nice when you have like a salary and you you earn on dollar and you spend on real, for example. It's nice when it's 1 for 7, or 1 for 6 right now. So it's a nice thing, I believe. So it's interesting. So let's go to the question number 4. Um, why do you think many people feel the need to set goals at the start of the new year? And maybe do you do that, for example? Let me know, Jesse, about you.
Yes, I do that because I think it's like a new new cycle. I don't know if this word is correct, but I think you understand. And for me, I think is more for you can see the last year, you can see your mistakes, and you can create a new way for the new year, you know. So for me is something like that. I can see clear the last year, and I can correct my way. I can put new things in my tasks for achieve something that I can't in the I couldn't in the last year. So for me is good because is clear. I can see the last year closed, uh, and put the new things, or just correct my way for the new year.
Yeah, it's a nice thing, but do you think the transition of 1 year for other impact a lot on the tiredness? I think I can say that tiredness, cansaço, of people, for example, or is just a thing that people feel in a general way, but it's not exactly right?
I don't know. I think for me, December, I feel tired because you have a lot of commitments. You know, you have
Hmm.
a dinner and lunchtime with your family. So this is nice because you can see your family, but I feel tired in December. Uh, in my case, I think is only one more month, and you need to do what you planned. Only you need to know that you have more commitments in December, you know.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a real thing for me, but I think that we have the feeling of a new start or or something that change it, and maybe you can start in a more motivated way, or you can change something, or you focus more and reflect about your year and what you can do on the next year. So I think it's more related to something that uh, a feeling that you have, and not just exactly related to, oh, on the last year I had something, and this new year, right now, I can change everything, and everything changed. Maybe people focus a lot on the transition of the year, and it's not related to that. If you do the same, I think it's more related to that. But maybe it's a nice feeling that you have, and it's a nice moment, I believe, to reflect about something and to change some things. So Yeah, it's a nice point, I believe. Um, and what do you think, Gama? Let me know about you.
I think it's I don't know. It's I think this kind of different. About it. I think so, but most of them I think because it's a new year and they need to create new habits or do the things they want. Uh, uh, a lot of people say next year I start do it. I had a friend that I went in his house uh in the November, I think so, like that. And I called him to go to the gym, and he said to me, "Next year I will start." Uh, so it's a new year and something new they can do something new. I I think could be like you just said, a new cycle and whatever. But for me, it don't work like that. In general, I brought the things that I do the previous year for the next year because when I think that I need to do something, I don't let it for for next year. I start it today. I will start today. I will start now. N- uh, Unless it is something that I really need to away for it to start. It's different. But if I can start now, I will start now. When I start to go to the gym, uh, studying English, play guitar, and whatever. I I never postulated it for I postponed it for a long time or for next year. So it's I would I always do, but I think lots of people think it's a new year, a new cycle, and I need to do something new. I need to have a health life in the next year. I think that I need to have a health life today. It's like I think. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I think some people use this kind of transition and a new year as a procrastinated thing, you know. So
Yeah.
maybe people think, no, I'm already on December, for example, or November, and I'm gonna do that on the next year, and that's okay, you know. I need to rest or something like that. So um, I think that there are people on on these sides, and they focus a lot on procrastinate things. So maybe people focus on that. But related to this point, in your opinion, why do some people abandon their goals a few months after setting them on, I don't know, in March or something like that? Why do you think people do that?
Uh, I think because they need to have constantly. They need to do eat uh besides uh if they are tired they don't want to do and whatever. It's need to have constantly in most of them I think don't have it and they just want to do in the fire of the moment uh when they are excited about it and when it was done the people don't want to do it more so I think consistently it's important in all areas uh, because it I study in English until today I play guitar until today I go to the gym today I went to the gym today for example but I was a lot of tired I didn't want to go but I did it because I think that when I stopped one day, it will open up a door, a big door, when we do it again and again and again. So stay consistently. I think it's the point for the people don't stop to do the things that they want.
Yeah, it's a interesting point, and I think one point related to this point of consistency is related to have an achievable goal, you know. I think people focus a lot on have a big goal or a huge goal,
Yeah,
and they don't create a plan to do that, you know, like small steps and something like that. And when you achieve the when you see the goal, the big goal, and you are on March, for example, or in the middle of the year, you think about, oh, I can't do that anymore. It's related to I didn't create a plan to focus on this achievable goal, and I didn't have an achievable goal, you know. So when I set goals, for example, I focus on to have key metrics or something like that to have small steps to achieve the big goal or the goal in a general way, you know. So it's important to know that your goal is achievable and is not related to excitement that you have on the beginning of the year and you are focused on that and that's okay, you know. You need to focus on a thing that's achievable. So I think this is also related to that and it's important to focus on that as well.
yeah,
And what about you, Giselle? Let me know.
About this topic, I think, yeah, I agree with you. I think the people put like a bigger goal in the short term time. You need to think the most. I think in the most of cases, if you want a big thing, you need time. You know, the big things don't happen in a short time. You need to work a lot. You need to study a lot. Sometimes you think, oh, I will give up because I never achieve my goal, and is just because you need more time, you know. You need to do that every day during 2 or 3, sometimes 4 5 years. And in my case, I tried a lot of things and I give up in the most of the things, and now I see that and I think, oh, if I was consistent, now I probably I have a different life, you know. So I think you never give up and just be focused in your goals is the key.
Yeah, it's a nice point. And in a general way, how do you set your goals and how do you create your goals right now or nowadays?
I have four four, how can I say, pilares, I don't know,
Or
but
areas or something like that?
yeah, something like that. And I put one goal for uh, each one of these areas, and every day, like I like to put in tasks for quarter, you know. So I have a tasks per day, and these tasks I like to see metrics per quarter, like learn English. Oh, for learning English, I have to do 25 immersions per month, and in the each quarter I like to see if I achieve that or not, and I need, if I need to change my way, I change per quarter, you know.
That's a amazing thing. I use something like that. I have some areas of my life and I create some goals related to that. And I create the goal using the smart economy, I believe. And with that, I put some key metrics that I have to focus on the goal as well. But this point that you said about to set goals or to set tasks related to a quarter, for example, it's very nice because you can have metrics related to your goal on the year, in a consistent way. So yeah, it's amazing tip, I believe, and I would like to try that. That's nice. That's nice. Um, Welcome back, guys. Let me know what did you think about the immersion and about the topic and everything. What did you think, Bianca? Bianca?
It was really nice. I could learn a lot. I'm sorry, I'm frozen. Are you listening?
Yeah, I'm listening. Go ahead.
Okay. I could learn a lot with the guys. Felipe gave to us 3 steps to be well succeed. I think in goals, we have to set real goals to evaluate, as just said before, and to celebrate our goals. And Fernando helped with 2 more tips that is make exercise. And I forgot the last one, but it was a really nice one. So it was nice to learn more how to set real goals and to make it during this day. It was a nice topic.
Amazing, amazing. And how about you, Fernando? Let me know. What did you think?
Think the class.
Yeah, about the immersion, the topic. What did
Oh,
you think?
it's good. I like the conversation, the neural suit.
Nice, nice. Good points. And what related to you, Felipe? Let me know. What did you think?
Yeah, it was an interesting conversation about the goals, and to see other perspective about the strategy we will achieving to set and achieving the process to achieve your objective or goals. It was a good conversation.
Amazing, amazing. So guys, I would like to send here on the chat the link of the survey. As you know, it's a number survey. You can say what did you think about the immersion and suggest other topics as well. I hope you enjoyed the conversation and I hope to see you on the next time as well. So thank